Hey! Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to my channel if you're a brand new subscriber. Today's video is something that I don't even really know if it's gonna be like something you want to see or not, but I keep seeing people do like 50 random facts about me, and I thought, why not? So I'm left-handed, I'm Portuguese, although people tend to think that I have some sort of like Asian ancestry. I don't, even though it's rumored within my family that I might. I don't know how to ride a bike. My favorite animal since I was like a little girl, dolphins. I love dolphins. They're just such beautiful, majestic, intelligent creatures. I have 3 tattoos. One of them is a cowardly lion. I have another one on my back. It is actually from that show Charmed, and me and my 2 sisters were like completely obsessed with it growing up. And so since there's 3 of us, just like there is on Charmed, we're like, well, we're the Charmed ones too. Let's get it when we're older. And then I just have an 8 in Roman numerals on my leg. I'm actually a certified life coach, even though I haven't done anything with it yet, but I was certified probably about a year ago. I've been interviewed by Jeannie Becker, which is probably one of the coolest things that's ever happened to me. 8 is my absolute favorite number. 8 is also a reoccurring number in my life. I'm 5'8", my birthday is 08/18/87, and I was 8 pounds 8 ounces when I was born. I'm completely obsessed with green. If you can't tell by my room, maybe you want to tell by my cell phone case, or my bag sitting behind me, or just about anything else in the close proximity of me. I'm kind of a notorious klutz, even though my online persona would suggest otherwise. I actually fractured my left ankle just by walking out of my house. I completely hate eggs. I absolutely love ASMR videos. They just have been so incredibly helpful to me, and I'm a little bit embarrassed by the fact that I love them. My absolute favorite food in this world? Poutine. I'm so Canadian. So as a kid, I was in choir and I was also in the chess club, but I don't really have a good voice and I have no idea how to play chess now. I come from a very large family. In my family, there's 6 of us. In my father's family, there was 13 kids. And I believe in my vava's family, there was 24 kids. I got my period at age 11, which is pretty young from my knowledge. I also cried and cried to my mother the day that I got it and just begged her to take it away, but clearly she couldn't do anything about it. I've never once in my entire life had a nosebleed. I rock my legs when I fall asleep, and I also rock my legs in general. I have RLS. I have seasonal affective disorder, so this time of year is actually really hard for me. In my teens, I used to go on a message board called the Orlando Bloom Files, and I literally lived on that website. I used to write Harry Potter fan fiction as well, and my main story was called Broken Hallelujah, and I was in it, as well as Ron Weasley, and I was Ron Weasley's love interest. I quit high school when I was 16 years old, and I call it my favorite mistake because I don't think if I did that, I would have really appreciated education today. I used to really want to be a marine biologist, but because of the fact that I've never really done well in school and I also quit high school, I never really went through with it. I frequently fly, but I'm also terrified of flying. My very first concert was to see Flight of the Conchords, and I was probably like early 20s. I'm related to John Philip Sousa, and if you don't know who John Philip Sousa is, he's the composer that did the song do 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 do. I used to absolutely despise cheese, and now I'm in love with it. I'm a totally stereotypical Leo. I had a cat named Daisy growing up. I think we had her for about 17 years, and she was like my best friend for a really long time. She passed away almost 3 years ago, and I miss her like every single day. I used to sleep with a nightlight pretty much every single night up until my late teens, because when I was a kid, one of my brother's friend's sister tricked me into believing that Dracula was gonna come and kill me, and I thought the only way that would stop him was if I slept with a nightlight. And I used to also sleep covering my neck every single night for the same reason. I'm the middle child, even though there isn't exactly a middle. I have an older sister, older brother, and a younger sister. I'm completely obsessed with the French language, French culture, cinema. I'm really weird and specific about lighting. If lighting is not right, I cannot sit still, and I have to fix it or else I'm not gonna be in a good mood. I despise worms, completely despise worms, so much so that I've been completely turned off spaghetti because the texture and the like noodles just remind me too much of worms. And since I was a kid, I've been absolutely obsessed with Jessica Rabbit, and when I had my red hair, people used to say that like I was like the fat Jessica Rabbit, and it was probably the best compliment I've ever had in my life. Anne of Green Gables was one of my favorite stories growing up and still is as an adult. Anne and Gilbert, I cried for probably a solid week after watching Tuck Everlasting. Now, this is probably gonna sound kind of weird and kooky, but me and my siblings and also my mother sometimes get really strange, vivid dreams that sometimes come true. I love salty food. I've met Alexis Bledel, America Ferrera, and Blake Lively when they came to Much Music to promote Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, and meeting Alexis Bledel was like amazing and huge to me because I was completely obsessed with her back then. There was a stage in my life where I obsessively made fan sites like all the time. This image is actually based off of a picture of me, and it was done by the incredibly talented artist who you can find her information right here. I'm totally obsessed with popping pimples, but I cannot watch those Dr. Pimple Popper thingy videos. They are so disgusting. I'm also really obsessed with like stationery and notebooks, and I used to really love going back to school shopping as a kid because it would just give me reasons to get more stationery and notebooks. Although I'm Portuguese, I actually know very few Portuguese words. As a teen, I was completely obsessed with O-Town, and I'm actually going to see them in concert April 3rd, and I couldn't be more excited. My first like real job that lasted more than a month was at a movie theater, AMC, and it was probably like the wildest, most exciting job I've ever had, and I have some like pretty interesting stories from when I worked there. I never went to concerts as a kid. I actually sort of kind of met Quentin Tarantino like 3-4 years ago, standing in the lobby of the Trump Hotel in front of this huge Christmas tree doing outfit pictures, and I'm posing, doing my thing, and all of a sudden I see this guy walk past with a bunch of people around him, and I'm like, geez, he looks familiar. And he looks at me and I look at him and I'm like, oh, that's Quentin Tarantino. Quentin Tarantino is watching me take outfit pictures. I look like an idiot, and I just froze. I didn't know if I should go talk to him. I didn't know if I should continue doing what I was doing, but I decided the best course of action was to run after him after he had left and make a complete fool of myself, and I didn't actually get to exchange a hi or anything, so it was completely embarrassing. All right, well, those are 50 facts about me, and I hope that maybe some of these made you laugh and maybe you can relate to some of these, but thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.